Count to 7, and then go ahead and make your way through, okay?
Okay.
Cam is not just a brother-in-law to us. He has quickly become a best friend, a source of comfort, a shoulder to cry on, and he treats us like we are his sisters. He has stood up for me, protected me, and loved me, and Cam is everything I've ever wished for Maggie, and then some. He celebrates our sister bond and has made it a point to get to know Annie and I well. As I got to know him more, I realized that he was the person who is specifically designed to love my sister. He loves her better than I could have hoped for and truly is her perfect match.
It's always been my hope, my dream, my goal that they meet somebody who was trusting and kind, someone who would not only push them to reach their dreams, but endorse them and encourage them in other things. And of course, love them as much as Linda and I do. And Maggie found that in Cam, and we're really, really grateful for that. I look at the person you've become, Maggie, and I'm obviously extremely proud. You're talented in so many ways. You bring joy to everybody around you.
Maggie has really loved me since the second she knew I was coming, and there truly is no comparable love like a big sister's love. We spend hours together being nerds, talking about all these fictional characters, and I would not have it any other way. Maggie and I will be walking through the backyard and saying, wow, I really feel like we're in night school right now. Maggie, you make me feel seen and heard. You validate my feelings, and you allow me to be myself without any judgment. You might not know this, but you have saved me from some of my darkest days, and you have been the brightest light and helped me find my way. I admire everything about you, and I'm the luckiest person in the world to get to call you my best friend.
You know, as parents, of course, you want the best for your kids. We couldn't be happier for Kameron, the decisions he's made, where he's gotten right now.
The unexpected passing of our grandfather at the time left the Walker family confused and for a time hopeless. The death for Cam was especially hard. Without Grandpa Walker, I know that Cam would not be a registered nurse today. His time at OHSU in the ICU sparked his interest in the medical field and was so amazing to watch. I'm so proud of the way that you navigated nursing school, and I know how schooling is not quite your cup of tea. Anyways, I hope that this story highlights the work ethic and drive that my brother has for a meaningful life, and I pray that you continue to work that hard for Maggie and your life together, because no one deserves it more.
Wow. All right. I think we can do that.
When I say no. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Give us a
Lord, I thank you for the brother that I always wanted, and then realized that I actually didn't want, but then I got because I had to. And I just pray that Maggie and Cam have a very, very, very long and happy marriage.
You created Cam and Maggie for many purposes, and one is to love each other. So I pray that they never forget that they are loved so incredibly much by this group of people who will cheer them on and support them for all the days to come.
These people bring a lot of happiness in my life, and I just like to thank you for that and ask you for a continuum of happiness. Love you guys. Amen.
Now, the first thing I want to talk about is the difference between falling in love and being in love. I love the story of how you two first met at that fateful Halloween party. Cam with a box of multicolored goldfish, pulling one goldfish after the other, somehow miraculously guessing the right color every time. And I think that must have been what impressed Maggie enough to be willing to let Cam walk her home. I love that story because falling in love is so much about luck. It's about serendipity, it's about being in the right place at the right time. But being in love is a little bit different. You've both been together long enough to know this. You don't fall in love and that's it, you're done. Your marriage is there to say to each of you, yes, jump. And I will be here to catch you if you fall.
I can turn now?
Yes.
I was kind of wrong.
Hi.
Oh, you look so good, babe.
You look so good.
Don't cry, you got
No,
makeup on.
I know.
You look incredible.
Okay, you're so wrong.
Now you've chosen to write your own vows for one another, so I'll have you read those now.
Maggie, believe it or not, I don't have the memory that you do. But I can remember how I've felt over these last 6 years, and that's what's most special to me. We've grown together, got through our first years with real jobs together, and we're now getting married together. I vow to continue to grow with you. I will always challenge you, support you, and comfort you, as I know that you'll do for me. I vow to be the best husband, and eventually father, that I can be for you, just as I've done as a friend, boyfriend, and fiance. 6 years already feels like a good amount of time, but it's exciting to think about that it's just a small fraction of our lifetime ahead. I love you, you look beautiful today, and I'm so incredibly fortunate to be marrying my best friend and the love of my life.
Cam, from the very first day you pursued me, you made me feel cared about and important, and you never once made me doubt your intentions. We've truly transitioned from being kids who are young and obsessed with each other into adults who are now building a life together. You are both my perfect match and my perfect opposite. I so often find myself thinking about how we balance each other out perfectly, filling in all the places that the other needs. At the same time, you match me wherever it matters. You value our families so much. You care about others and have a heart that wants to serve. You love slow days and enjoying the little things, and you always make me laugh, even though you aren't funny. You are so extremely kind, patient, and consistent. When I look at you, I see everything that I've prayed for. I love you with everything I have, Cam, and I promise that I will continue to tell you that as often as I possibly can.
Cam, do you take Maggie to be your wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better or for worse, for rich, for poor, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, until death do you part? If so, say I do.
I do.
And Maggie? Maggie, do you take Cam to be your husband, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, until death do you part?
I do.
And with that, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss one another.
We did it, man.
We did it.
Wadley Field!
Keep on pushing through. Yeah, I get up and I may fall right back down, but your love lets me back to solid ground. Oh, oh,
I don't know. I mean, like, tie it kind of around her ankles, but then it kind of flares. I don't know what wedding dresses look like.
Let's bring her over so you can
Yeah, your heart is a sun and it shines.
God, you want
Is it open?
Me neither.
Is a sun and it shines. Does it open? Yeah, your heart is a sun and it shines. Is it open? Your heart is a sun and it shines. Does it open? Yeah, your bones are the earth and they sing with the mountains.
Incredible.
Okay, you're so wrong about my dress.
I was. But I don't know what dresses look like. Oh my God, you look so hot, babe. Oh, I'm mic'd up. I gotta be careful.
Okay, wait, hold on, Cam. You have to be careful about pulling my hair.
Yeah.
Because I'm serious.
Sure.
What were we doing? Being in
Being
love.
candid. We're just being candid.
Yeah.
All of the world inside. All of the world inside. Why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world inside yourself when you all of the world inside is a space that creates.
And lastly, I'll pick it up a little bit here. Lastly, sis, Mags, and I'm going to talk at you for a minute. So, as you know, Watt can sometimes pull the cart ahead of the buggy. And so what I mean by that specifically is that he loses his shit. And even more specifically, his wallet seems to be the main culprit. I don't know if a lot of us, we know what we're talking about. So Mags, hypothetically, there may come a time in your life when you've searched long and hard to find Cam's elusive wallet. So my advice to you, Mags, is in that moment, kick up your feet, crack a cold one, and politely remind Walk of one of his favorite sayings. Don't worry, honey. She always finds her way home. And for those of you that don't think that's true, here's Walk's wallet.
There it is.
She always finds her way home. Cheers to the newlyweds. I love you guys. Thank you for coming. Have a good night.